Ladies and gentlemen, there's a certain fire that burns inside of her. It's not a fire that's born of privilege or easy circumstances. It's forged in the heat of adversity. She's faced challenges that could have stopped others in their tracks, but she rises every time. She doesn't wait for the world to hand her opportunities, she creates them. When life knocks her down, she gets back up stronger, smarter, and even more focused on her vision. You see, a great woman doesn't doubt herself. She doesn't hesitate or second guess her worth. She knows who she is, and she trusts the power within her. That self-belief isn't something that comes overnight, and it certainly isn't something she's given. It's something she's earned through every trial, every setback, and every victory. She doesn't let anyone or anything define her, she defines herself. But it's not just about her. A great woman lifts others up. She doesn't tear people down. She isn't threatened by the success of others, she celebrates it. Her presence alone inspires people to dig deeper, work harder, and reach higher. She's a living example of what's possible when you believe in yourself and your purpose. Her energy is contagious. People want to be around her because they want a piece of what she's got, a drive that doesn't quit. And then there's the kindness, the empathy, the way she carries herself. A great woman isn't afraid to show her heart to the world. She's compassionate, patient, and deeply understanding. She leads with love, and that love translates into actions that change lives. She doesn't wait for others to take the first step. She leads by example, creating a ripple effect of kindness wherever she goes. But the hallmark of a great woman is leadership. Fearless leadership. She knows when to step up, when to speak up, and when to make things happen. She doesn't wait for someone else to take charge, she takes the reins. She leads with vision, with integrity, and with an unwavering commitment to the truth. People follow her not because she demands it, but because they trust her. They know she's in it for the long haul. She is a great woman because she has everything it takes to conquer anything. It's not about perfection, it's about resilience, faith, love, and the courage to keep going. She is the definition of greatness, and there is nothing that can stop her from achieving her purpose. So recognize her for who she is, and let the world see that greatness is not just about who you are, it's about what you do and how you inspire those around you. There are few things more powerful than the strength that is born from adversity. A woman who has been tested by life in ways that most could never imagine possesses a resilience that cannot be broken. When she faces struggles, when the world pushes her to the edge, she doesn't crumble, she stands taller. Her strength isn't built on comfort or an easy road, it is crafted through the fire of challenges, failures, and setbacks. Every obstacle she encounters only sharpens her, like a diamond that is cut and polished through intense pressure. Adversity reveals what lies beneath the surface. It brings out a tenacity that others might never see until the storm hits. And when it does, she doesn't just survive, she thrives. She's learned that the road to success isn't a straight path. It's filled with detours, obstacles, and moments that test her very will to continue. But she's never one to be intimidated by the unknown. She faces uncertainty head on, knowing that it's not the storm that defines her, it's how she navigates it. Every time life knocks her down, she gets back up. Every time people doubt her, she proves them wrong. She doesn't let the circumstances control her, she takes charge. She knows that the adversity she faces isn't a punishment. It's a lesson, one that builds her character, strengthens her resolve, and prepares her for what's ahead. The harder the battle, the greater the victory. And with every victory, she becomes stronger, more determined, and more unstoppable. Through every trial, she keeps moving forward. Even when it seems like there's no way out, she finds a way. She's a living testament to the power of perseverance, to the strength that rises when you refuse to give up, no matter how hard it gets. In adversity, she doesn't break, she becomes the force that shapes her own destiny. She knows that life doesn't define her, she defines her life through the way she rises from every challenge stronger than ever. Self-belief is the foundation of everything a great woman accomplishes. It's not simply about having confidence, it's about having an unwavering trust in her abilities, even when the odds are stacked against her. It's the quiet, persistent assurance that she carries inside her soul, the deep knowing that no matter the challenge, she has the power to face it, overcome it, and succeed. She doesn't seek validation from the world because she knows her world. She's not looking for approval because approval doesn't define her. What defines her is the belief she has in herself. And that belief is the driving force behind everything she does. This self-belief isn't something that comes easy or instantly. It's earned. It's the product of years of persistence, of refusing to accept failure as the final answer. She's been through struggles, faced doubts, and fought through moments of uncertainty, but through it all, she has kept her faith in herself. It's not the absence of fear or doubt that makes her strong. It's her ability to move forward in spite of them. Every time she faces an obstacle, she chooses to believe in her strength, in her ability to solve problems, and in her capacity to learn and grow. She knows that if she doesn't believe in herself, no one else will. She doesn't wait for the world to tell her she's capable. She tells herself every single day that she is. And with each small victory, that belief becomes stronger. It propels her forward even when the path is unclear, even when others tell her it can't be done. Because she has an inner knowing that if she sets her mind to something, there is no force powerful enough to stop her from achieving it. Self-belief isn't about arrogance or overconfidence, it's about quiet strength. It's about knowing that the journey may be tough, but it's not impossible. It's the understanding that mistakes are not failures, but lessons to learn from. It's the recognition that setbacks don't define her, they refine her. She is not afraid to take risks because she knows that every step, whether forward or backward, is part of her growth. Her self-belief also allows her to stand tall in the face of criticism or negativity. When the world tries to tell her she's not enough, she knows better. She's already seen the power within her. She understands that other people's opinions don't have the final say in her story. She is the author of her own life, and with that belief in herself, she writes a story of success, growth, and unshakable determination. A great woman has the unique ability to inspire those around her simply by being herself. She doesn't need to shout her accomplishments or wear her successes on her sleeve. Her influence comes from the way she carries herself, from her unwavering determination, and from the compassion she shows to others. People are drawn to her, not because of her titles or accolades, but because of the energy she exudes, a quiet confidence, a powerful presence, and a deep sense of purpose. She leads by example, and that example is what sparks something within others. Her journey is a testament to the fact that it's not about where you start, but where you're willing to go. She inspires others not through grand speeches or over-the-top gestures, but through the choices she makes every single day. She doesn't wait for someone to tell her how to act. She steps into her own power and leads in her own way. When others see her overcoming obstacles, pushing forward despite challenges, and holding on to her vision with unwavering faith, they begin to believe they can do the same. She shows them that their dreams are possible, no matter how far out of reach they may seem. People watch how she rises after every setback, how she uses every failure as a stepping stone. In her, they see resilience, they see strength, they see that it's not about being perfect, it's about showing up every day with everything you've got. Her authenticity, her refusal to settle, and her commitment to her goals teach others the importance of persistence and self-belief. She shows them that success doesn't happen overnight, but that with hard work, faith, and a refusal to give up, it is inevitable. She also inspires through her compassion and willingness to uplift others. She is not the type to hoard her wisdom or keep her knowledge to herself. She shares. She helps others find their strength, encourages them to take bold steps, and shows them that they are capable of greatness too. Her kindness is never a weakness, it's a source of power. The way she lifts others up is not just a reflection of her character, but also a reminder that success is not about individual gain, but about collective growth. When she helps others shine, she shines brighter herself. She shows that true greatness lies in helping those around you to rise, and that the world is better when we all succeed together. Inspiring others doesn't require loud declarations or grandiose gestures. It requires authenticity, consistency, and the courage to show up as your true self. She inspires others to take risks, to dream bigger, and to push beyond their limits, not by telling them what to do, but by showing them what's possible when you live in alignment with your purpose. Through her example, others are motivated to find their own strength, to believe in their own potential, and to rise to the occasion. Unyielding compassion is a powerful force, one that cannot be easily shaken or dismissed. A woman with this kind of compassion doesn't just feel for others, she acts on that feeling. She sees the pain, the struggle, and the needs of the people around her, and she refuses to look away. Her heart is wide open, always ready to lend a hand, offer a listening ear, or provide support, even when she has little left to give. Compassion isn't a weakness in her, it's a source of strength. It's a driving force that shapes her interactions with others and influences the way she moves through the world. She understands that kindness isn't about grand gestures or fleeting moments, it's about consistency. It's about showing up day in and day out with an open heart, a willingness to help, and a desire to make a difference no matter how small. Her compassion doesn't depend on how much someone has or hasn't done for her. It's unconditional. She gives because it's part of who she is. When she sees someone in need, she doesn't hesitate. She steps in, offering her time, her resources, or simply her presence. She knows that sometimes just being there for someone is enough to make all the difference. This kind of compassion isn't always easy, though. It requires vulnerability, the willingness to feel the pain of others without letting it harden your heart. A woman with unyielding compassion is not afraid to feel deeply. She allows herself to connect with the struggles and joys of others, knowing that this connection is what makes her human. She doesn't shy away from difficult emotions, but instead faces them head on, using her understanding and empathy to offer solace, guidance, and comfort. What's remarkable about her compassion is its resilience. In a world that can often feel cold or indifferent, she remains steadfast. People might disappoint her, they might take her kindness for granted, but she does not let that deter her from continuing to care. She doesn't let the harshness of the world or the cruelty of others cause her to close off her heart. Instead, she holds on to the belief that compassion is never wasted. Even in the face of adversity or hurt, she understands that her kindness can be a light for someone in darkness. She is the constant reminder that goodness still exists in the world, and that love and care are always worth offering. Her compassion also shows in the way she helps others rise. She doesn't simply sympathize, she empowers. She seeks to understand the struggles of others, not to pity them, but to guide them toward healing and growth. She inspires others to be better, not by pointing out their flaws, but by offering them the grace and support they need to realize their own worth. Her compassion is a driving force for transformation, not just for herself, but for the people she touches. In everything she does, her unyielding compassion shines through. It doesn't ask for recognition or reward. It is simply a reflection of who she is, a woman who believes in the power of kindness, in the power of love, and in the idea that a heart full of compassion can change the world, one person at a time. Fearless leadership is a trait that goes beyond simply managing or directing. It's about having the courage to step into the unknown, to take charge in moments of uncertainty, and to lead with conviction. A woman with fearless leadership isn't afraid to take risks or make difficult decisions. She doesn't wait for permission, nor does she shrink back when the stakes are high. She rises to the challenge, trusting in her instincts and in her ability to navigate through any situation. Her leadership isn't about controlling others, it's about guiding them, showing them the way, and empowering them to be their best selves. In her, fear is not an obstacle, it's a catalyst for growth. She doesn't let fear dictate her actions. Instead, she faces it head on, using it as a source of strength to propel her forward. She knows that leadership isn't always easy, and it isn't always comfortable, but she embraces the discomfort, knowing that it's in those moments of vulnerability that true growth occurs. She understands that fear is a natural part of the process, but it does not have the power to hold her back unless she allows it. What makes her fearless is not the absence of fear, but her refusal to let it stop her from moving forward. She remains calm and focused, even in the face of adversity. When others panic, she steps up, offering clarity, direction, and confidence. She doesn't crumble under pressure. Instead, she rises to the occasion. Her strength lies in her ability to maintain a sense of composure, even in the most challenging of circumstances. People are drawn to her leadership because they trust her. They know that when she's at the helm, they are in capable hands. But fearless leadership is also about vision. A great leader doesn't just react to the present, she sees the future and works toward it with unwavering commitment. She doesn't lead by accident, she leads with intention, constantly working to bring her vision to life. She inspires others to see what she sees, to work toward a common goal, and to give their best for the success of the whole. Her leadership is rooted in purpose and driven by a clear sense of direction. She knows where she's going, and she brings others along with her, ensuring that everyone is aligned in their efforts. One of the most defining aspects of her fearless leadership is her ability to make tough decisions. She doesn't shy away from the hard calls, even when they are unpopular or difficult. She knows that leadership requires courage, and sometimes that courage means doing what's right rather than what's easy. Her decisions are based on integrity, vision, and the long-term success of those she leads. She's not afraid to stand alone when necessary because she knows her choices are grounded in what's best for the greater good. Her leadership is not about seeking power or recognition, it's about service. She leads because she believes in the potential of others and wants to see them succeed. She doesn't have to demand respect, it comes naturally because of the way she carries herself, the way she listens, and the way she inspires trust and confidence. Her leadership is not about exerting control, it's about empowering others to rise to their full potential. She knows that the best leaders are those who make others feel seen, heard, and valued. Fearless leadership also means leading with compassion and understanding. While she may be strong and decisive, she also knows the importance of empathy. She listens to those she leads, acknowledges their concerns, and guides them with respect and care. She understands that leadership is not just about making decisions, it's about connecting with people, understanding their needs, and helping them grow. In everything she does, fearless leadership shows up. It's in her actions, in her decisions, in the way she motivates and inspires others. She doesn't lead out of fear or ego, she leads from a place of confidence, clarity, and a deep commitment to making a difference. Fearless leadership isn't about being perfect, it's about being real, about showing up with courage and integrity, and about inspiring those around her to do the same. Through her example, she creates an environment where others feel empowered to take risks, to trust themselves, and to lead with the same boldness and determination. In the end, a great woman is not defined by her circumstances or the challenges she faces, but by how she rises above them. She embodies strength, self-belief, compassion, and fearless leadership, creating a path not just for herself, but for others to follow. She understands that greatness isn't achieved in isolation, it's in the way she empowers those around her, the way she leads with love and vision, and the way she remains unshaken by adversity. Her journey is a testament to the fact that true power lies in resilience, in the ability to inspire, and in the unwavering belief that you are capable of changing the world. Remember this, a great woman doesn't wait for the world to define her, she defines the world through her actions, her heart, and her leadership. She shows us all that greatness isn't reserved for a select few, it's something we all have the power to tap into. And when we do, we unlock the ability to impact lives, shape futures, and leave a legacy that endures. So step into your greatness, lead with purpose, and never underestimate the power of a woman who knows her worth.